Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. So aside from the books that are on my non-fiction November TBR that I am reading this month, I will leave a link to my video about that around so you can go and check it out if you would like. There are a few other books that I would really like to get to before this year is up as well. These are a combination of books that I am currently reading and want to finish, books that I am very excited about that are new releases that I just haven't picked up yet, and also backlist books that I really want to get around to, as well as a couple of books that I was kindly gifted by my lovely friends. So it goes without saying that there are many other books that I really want to read in the relatively near future, but these are the ones that I really want to try and get to before the year is up. As such, please do hype me up about these books down below in the comments. Tell me they are amazing. Tell me to read them right now. I do value your guys' opinions on books very highly, so this would help me immensely. So the first book that I really want to read before the end of the year is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. So this is the one book on the list that I am already currently reading, but I really want to finish it before the year is up. I'm sure we all know what Les Miserables is about, but if you don't, it is an incredibly popular 1800s French classic. It tells the story of a man named Jean Valjean who is an escaped convict, and it follows him over many years, and also various different characters who he comes into contact with along the way. It is a tale of injustice and heroism and love, and it is pretty epic. So if you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen that I have actually been reading this book basically all year long, the slowest I have ever read a book, and I have absolutely adored every single second. It has been so refreshing and rewarding to really allow myself time to spend with this novel and to not rush it at all. And this book is honestly a dream. I cannot tell you how much I am in love with this novel. It is a new favourite book of mine of all time, without a doubt. I knew this from around 100 pages in. And it is difficult for me to say what is so good about this novel, because everything is so good about this novel, plus way more that I can't really put my finger on. I just love everything about this novel. I adore Victor Hugo's prose. His words are just so beautiful and perceptive, and they make so much sense to me. It is so surprisingly readable and utterly enjoyable and enlightening. I am currently around halfway through this book, and while it doesn't really matter if I don't finish it by the end of the year, it doesn't matter how long I take to read it at all, I just really want to make a conscious effort to dedicate some real time to this book in the next couple of months, especially at Christmas. I just really want to prioritize spending some time with this beautiful book and just enjoy it, and that is why it is on this list. The next book on my end of the year TBR is Mayflies by Andrew O'Hagan. This is a new literary fiction novel that I am very excited about. I actually have this one on NetGalley to review, so I really need to get on this one. I believe it is set over two timelines, one timeline in the year 1986, when a group of friends who have just finished school embark on a celebratory weekend in Manchester. The other timeline is set in 2017, when one of the men from the group reaches out to his friend and asks him to accompany him through his final dying months and to also grant him his last wish. So this book couldn't really be more me if it tried. It is Faber and Faber. It sounds character and relationship focused. It seems to be pretty emotional and reflective. Also, this cover is sick. I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. I have very high hopes. And I also believe it's relatively short, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through at all. Next up is Hold Your Own by K. Tempest. This is another backlist book, although it is new to me. I recently treated myself to a copy on National Bookshop Day last month. We are all shocked that I haven't read any K. Tempest yet. I call myself a contemporary poetry fan, and I haven't read Hold Your Own. Who do I think I am? So this was Kay's first full-length poetry collection, and I believe it explores contemporary life through a 4-part structure, following the transformation of mythical figure Tiresias from child to man to woman to prophet. I do not know if I'm pronouncing Tiresias correctly, and really I know nothing about this mythical figure at all, so I'm hoping that won't be an issue. So I have wanted to read this collection for a very long time. It has been on my radar for years, but then I was finally pushed to actually purchase this collection myself when I read a few individual poems by Kay Tempest, including 1 or 2 from this collection, and I absolutely fell in love. Kay Tempest is an incredible poet. I don't doubt for a second that I am going to adore this, so I can't wait to dive in. Next up is Your House Will Pay by Steph Char. This is a book that I was kindly gifted by my lovely, generous, gorgeous friend Laura. She read it recently and thought it was awesome. I'm very, very excited about this one. It does sound very much up my street. I believe the novel follows 2 characters who are from the same city but come from very different generations and communities. I believe something happens that causes their 2 families to collide. I think there are secrets that surface from the past and also violence that grows in the city. I have a very good feeling about this book. I expect it's going to be plot driven and exciting, but also literary, which is a combination I love. Give me some drama and intrigue, but tell me it through lovely prose and I am putty in your hands. Thank you so much for sending me this book again, Laura. I am excited. The next book probably won't come as much of a surprise to people who have seen any of my recent videos, but the next book is Love and Other Thought Experiments by Sophie Ward. This is one of those books that I am very excited about. It sounds very me. I have a copy of it, but I just haven't picked it up yet. Why do we do these things? This was longlisted for this year's Booker Prize for fiction. I believe it tells the story of a couple, Eliza and Rachel, who are newly married and hoping to have a baby. And I believe it is structured through chapters based off of famous philosophical thought experiments from the philosophy of mind. So this book is essentially a literary love story smushed together with philosophy. Need I say more? I clearly need to read this book. It clearly sounds like something I will enjoy. Only time will tell. And the final book that I really want to make sure I read before the year is up is Love in Colour by Bolu Babalola. This book was also a gift, this one from my lovely fellow editors at work for when I got married in September. It is a collection of love stories from mythology and history, including magical folk tales from West Africa, iconic Greek myths, and ancient legends from the Middle East. I have heard tons of good things about this book. It is getting so much praise and it does indeed sound gorgeous. I love the idea of a collection of love stories and I think the scope here sounds amazing. I believe we span tons of different perspectives and genres and time periods and continents, celebrating love in its many, many forms. I think this is going to be a really wonderful, uplifting read. Plus, isn't this cover just gorgeous? So there we have a bunch of books that I really hope to read before the end of the year. As I said at the beginning of the video, please let me know if you've read any of these books. Tell me they're amazing and tell me to get on them. Also, please do let me know what you want to read by the end of the year. Have you got anything that is really top priority? Thank you all for watching. I hope you're all doing really well and I will see you soon with another video. Bye.